How you doing, Chill Pill? What's up, Cindy? Hey, Chill Pill. How's everybody doing tonight? Got about 4 miles to go. Did not walk around much today. Took a nap, big long nap. After the Impact Athletics Association 10 Stone 100 Push Ups Live workout with Mr. Vincent Alfonso Jamal. Yes, it's the Owen 32 grams of protein. Yes, who dat? Who dat? Who dat in the chat? Yeah, zero sugar. And it's vegan. It's all vegan, plant based. Got to get your protein in. And I wanted to drink it before I started walking because I don't want to carry a bunch of trash. I want to walk light. You know what I'm saying? Chill Pill says 32 grams. I need to look that one up. It's OWN or OWYN. Stands for only what you need. Only what you need. It's a vegan protein. Can you buy it by the case? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Who dat? Where you at? Where you at? I'm in the Southwest U.S. going for a walk. Wild Richard says hi. Hi. What makes you wild, Richard? Raptor says hi. Hi. Hi, Raptor. Jabroni says sweet beard, man. Hey, thanks. Who dat? With exclamation marks is in Idaho. Imani J. Hi. Hello, Imani. Folks, we're streaming live on TikTok as well, right here, and YouTube, right here. So, if you hear comments happening and you don't see them on the screen, it's probably in the other chat. But that's okay, read it aloud as long as it's respectful. And then we can have crosstalk. At any rate, welcome. We're going for a walk. Looking to get about 4 miles in, or just under 8,000 steps. So, Michelle Hall says hi. Hi, Michelle. Imani J, can I ask you a question, please? Of course, you can ask a question. And I can choose to answer or not. That's how that works. Feel free to ask questions. And we have a message held for review. So it's always like a gift. Unwrap that one, see what it says. Imani J says, can you butt clap fast? With a little peach emoji. Y'all are thirsty in the comments tonight. Kicking it off strong. Talon says, I feel like you're barefoot right now. I wish. I am wearing slides, though. Drams Moto says, are you the dwarf from Lord of the Rings? No, I am not. Talon, are you barefoot right now? Do you have sharp toenails? Snapshot Sniper says Viking. Semper Fi says Arthur Morgan. Question mark. Who is Arthur Morgan? Do not know. I am Nathaniel Burns, not Arthur Morgan. C. Phillips says Liver King. I'm the anti-Liver King. Just about everything I know about that person, I am the opposite. Daniel Torres on YouTube says, "Are you my Faja?" Really, bro? Isla says, "Bro, stop disrespecting him." Yes, do cease that. And as we talk about quite often on this channel and on the Impact channel, you cannot easily stop something. You have to start something and let it take that place. So start respecting people in the chat. Dill Baby got the first comment on TikTok that I can see. We'll verify that real quick. How do you do, Dill Baby? Dill Baby says handsome. Got a little heart emoji. Thank you, Dill Baby. We're also streaming over here on YouTube. So that's what's going on. C. Phillips says, he is an awful dude. Yeah, Liver King, as far as I know, he's pretty awful. Dill Baby says, I'm good. Hope you are too. I'm doing well. All things considered, you know, we carry on. That is the option. We have one option. Forward. Forward. Drams Moto says, I was blind. Now you look like a giant, not a dwarf. Well, perspective is everything, right? Dwarf. Giant. Just me. I'm human sized. Drams Moto says, you're the dwarf from Lord of the Rings full size brother. Really, bro, Isla says, do you know how to give moderator? No, I don't have moderator. Just me. Stark Industries. Love to see Mr. Stark in the chat. All the way from Berlin. Welcome back. Stark says, good morning, sir. Good morning to you, Mr. Stark. Always a pleasure. Peasel on YouTube says, morning, bud. Morning. It's evening for me. It is evening for me. What's happening? Going for a walk. Chill Pill says, I wouldn't want to mess with you in a dark alley. Well, I don't know if I should be insulted by that. Evelyn Shubin is back on TikTok. What's up, Evelyn? Thank you for the likes. Blowing up the likes on TikTok, much appreciated. Helps people find the live. Helps people find the channel. Appreciate you. Where are you tuning in from, Evelyn? Peazul says, tonight, not morning, sorry. Morning here. Where are you tuning in from, Peazul? Oh, no need to be sorry. It's all good. Stark says, yeah, it's still rainy, but hot coffee in the morning rules, you know. Oh, yeah, man. Yes, it does. Better if you can share it with someone. Sometimes I like my coffee alone, actually. Most of the time, I think if I'm having coffee, I'm not quite ready to be hanging out with folks. Uh, Coffee first, right? Isn't that the whole thing? What's up, Gabe Hughes? Gabe in the house on TikTok. Stark says, it rains for 2 weeks now in a row. Every day, rain. Whew. Piesel says, protein is so important, people underestimate how much you need. That's funny you mention that. We've already got Stark Industries in the chat, and protein will bring him to the chat. That's how you summon Stark. We talk protein powder, and then there he is. But he's already there. He must have read your mind. Stark, I was drinking a protein shake at the beginning of this live, so you must have felt the vibes. Evelyn Shubin is in the LBC out here in Long Beach, California. Amazing. So sometimes we share a time zone. Sometimes the clock is struck at the same time. Evelyn, I'm in Mountain Standard Time out here in the Southwest. How many steps you doing? Peasel says, well, the goal is 10,000 a day minimum, and we are not close. So I think it's about 5 miles. We got over 2,000 steps now. So maybe 4 miles to go. It's gonna be a little bit of a walk. You're welcome to stick around and body double me as long as you like. But I gotta get them in. I get to get them in. My legs work, so here we go. Stark says, I knew it. Protein powder. Yes. Protein. Yeah. Yep. Gotta get it in. It's easy to underestimate how much you need. However, people don't die of protein deficiency. And we create protein from amino acids. So, as long as you're eating real food and you're eating enough calories and it's whole foods, you probably get enough. If you're an athlete, you should pay more attention. But yeah, it's important. They're all important. That's why they're called macros, because there's the big ones. Stark says every time somebody mentions protein powder somewhere, Stark raises his head. Oh, yeah, that's true. I love it, man. It's like the bat signal. Peazul, is it Peazul or is it Paul or what's going on with that? Peazul? Peazul says, do you ever try walking in a fasted state? Oh yeah, real whole food is the way to go. I concur. Yes, sir. Yep. Or ma'am. I think it's sir, Peazul. Either way. Anyway, any which way. As long as we respect each other. Eh? Oh, you got a different picture from the last few chat comments. That's interesting. Paul, I just spelt it that way to be different. Okay, I can call you Paul. Then, yeah, all right. Cool, cool, cool. Looks like you're from UK, or did you find out from my channel? Find me from the Gravity Core Fitness channel. I was in there live today, just chatting. I know some folks have found me through there. They're in Wales. Good channel, fun people. Mark and Joe, check them out. They're both personal trainers. Just changed it, okay? Oh, cool. No worries. Obey My Dopeness has joined the live. Wham Bam 135 on TikTok. Yeah, so I work out in a fasted state in the morning. I wake up, 100 push ups, 100 squats, 100 knee raises, and then I may eat something after, but that workout is done with no food, only food from yesterday. Paul says, South Coast, UK. Yes, I watch every day, but didn't post. You watch Gravity Core Fitness every day? Or my channel? Stark says, but I don't only live by protein powder, you know. I eat lots of stuff, mostly healthy, sometimes unhealthy. Yeah, it's all good. Aiden Hayworth on YouTube says hi. Hi, Aiden. Yes, I know, Stark. We've seen the things that you eat. Stark has sent photos of his breakfast. Toasted oats with some fruits. Excellent start to the day, I think. Of course, I add protein powder to mine when I do have that, almost every time. Paul says, you and the other fella training Gravity Core and your channel. Oh, okay, cool. So you follow the Impact Athletics Association channel as well. Sounds like that's awesome. Mr. Vincent is a good dude, my brother. I'm proud to be associated with Impact. Aiden says, how are you doing? Well, I'm doing all right. Rosa317 on TikTok says, how is Florida? I wouldn't know. I've never been. I have not been yet. Welcome to the chat, Rosa. Aiden, we're doing all right. We carry on, right? We carry on. So what time is it over there in the South Coast, UK? It's just 1 after 11 here, Mountain Standard Time. Stark says, when it's rainy like these days, I'll often eat some stews. Something a little more hearty, sounds like, than the toasted oats. Nice. Isn't that funny how the weather affects us and our food choices? Smoothies in the summer, stews in the winter. It's so on point. I don't know, apropos. So clear to me, you know, how we are all connected with the earth and each other, and you know, just bodies, celestial bodies, and how the weather will affect what we want to eat. Paul says it's 0700 in the morning, 7 a.m. Nice. Stark says it's cold and wet, and I go buy stew You know this stuff. Let's warm you a little. Yeah, a little more hearty, a little thicker, a little more savory. You have stew for breakfast. Is that what I'm hearing? Stew for breakfast. I'm definitely not fasted right now. I had a full meal. So I was part of a glucose study, and it was um, it was a good educational experience about like how food affected me and my blood sugar levels and things like that. One of the biggest things you can do for for controlling your blood sugar is to move after you eat. Um, what happens is you use your muscles and they expand and contract and kind of open themselves up, muscle fibers, and it gives the sugar a place to go. It's my understanding of it. So the glycogen can go into the muscle and get utilized instead of knocking on cell walls, doors, and not being let in because the muscles aren't being used, not in use, not warm, not open. And so the sugar just finds elsewhere to go. And that's not good. Stark says, no, not for breakfast. For breakfast today, just a coffee and a cookie. Was it a protein cookie? You didn't have protein in that cookie last time. I know, we talked about it. Stew for breakfast I would only do when I have to do heavy work during the day. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Rosa just left that comment over here on TikTok. How was Florida? And then I think she peaced out. Stark says stew is for lunch. Yeah, no. Stew is for any time. Any time, man. No? Do you make the stew? Or does your wife make the stew? Or do you take turns? Stark. So we got South Coast UK and Paul here. We got Long Beach, California, and Evelyn Shubin. And Stark Industries is from tuning in all the way from Berlin, Germany. How cool is that? Chill Pill says another name for stew is curry. Yes, I love curry. Or porridge. I love porridge. I love food. I'm not hungry right now, but it's funny because my body is like, food. We're talking good food. And then I'm like, am I hungry? No, no, I'm not hungry. I'm hungry for getting these steps in. Allie Bailey. Is it Bailey or Bali? Says, hello from Oklahoma. Hello. I want to swing from your beard. Do you? My cat likes to play with it. I don't encourage it. Bali. 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 Cool, cool. How you doing? Ali Bali from Oklahoma. Bali. Stark Industries on YouTube says, I do make the stew, and my mother-in-law does. Wifey doesn't cook at all. Ooh. Ooh la la. Ali says, you just walking in the dark? I'd make you a stew. Well, thank you. Yeah, a little walking in the dark. Going for 10,000 steps every day, sometimes in the dark, sometimes in the sun. Tonight it's the night. It is the, we move in the cover of night. Because I was lazy bones today. So your body doubling me. Allie, it's your first time in the chat. We're going live on YouTube and on TikTok. So if you don't see the comments, you just hear me reading them, then they're probably from the other platform. Joanne66 says, good job. Welcome, Joanne. And thank you. I'm doing my best. We carry on. Where are you tuning in from, Joanne? Stark Industries from Berlin says there is a nice song called Walk in the Dark. Is that a German song or an English song? Is it sung in English? Minnesota. Joanne66 is tuning in from Minnesota. How you doing? We're here in the southwest U.S. on the streets, going for a walk. We're outdoors. What's the song about? Is it a bit on the nose? It's English. Stark did a funny spelling there, kind of like Allie did earlier. English. Nice. Tara in the house. What's up, Tara? Heart emoji in the house on TikTok. Chill Pill says it's another classic song called Dancing in the Dark. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Classico. Very much. Very much so. I probably look conspicuous just out here with my video contraption and light, walking in the night like a Sasquatch. Chill Pill says, ask Joanne in Minnesota what kind of stew they prefer there. Oh, okay. I think you just did. Joanne says, LOL. Sounds like Chill Pill on YouTube would like to know your preferred stew, Joanne. But why not just open it up for everybody? Allie, what kind of stew do you like out in Oklahoma? And Joanne, yes, what kind of stew? Joanne is asking, what kind of stew? Yeah, we're talking stew over here on YouTube. Stark Industries is from Berlin, and he brought up that he likes stew when the weather is rainy. Now I'm curious, Chill Pill. Why did you single out Joanne in Minnesota? Joanne66 says, I usually don't have stew. So there you go. Not a stew fan. Tara says, LOL, not Sasquatch. Yeah, I suppose Sasquatch is a bit more hairy. A touch more hirsute than I. Tara says, Minnesotans make, quote, hot dish. So there you go, chill pill. Tara, who's tuning in from Washington, if I remember correctly, welcome back. Says Minnesotans make hot dish. I think we'd be a great team on Jeopardy, y'all. Let's. Sasquatch doesn't braid his beard. Okay, Joanne. Okay. Joanne says, Tara, yes. Yes, I think Joanne agrees that Minnesotans make hot dish. Stark says, okay, I was wrong. The song called A Walk in the Park from the Nick Straker Band, 1979. Okay, okay. But it sounds similar to Walk in the Dark. Gotcha. All right. Well, thanks for sharing. Chill Pill says, I only asked Joanne because she was new to the group, that's all. Oh, okay. Well, that's very inviting of you, very welcoming. Love it. Love the welcoming kindness. Way to be positive and open the circle. Let's go. Nice job, Chill Pill. Good energy, good vibes. Tara on TikTok says, Joanne, there have been accounts of Sasquatch braiding horses' tails. What? That is news to me. Joanne says, Tara, that's interesting. Thank you, Chill Pill. Yes, thank you. Paul, who is in the south coast of the UK, says, do you use step counter or are you walking a route that you know is around 10,000 steps? So I am using a pedometer step counter that is built into my device. But I don't see it in real time. So I would have to back out of the live, which I do occasionally to check on the steps. But I have a pretty good notion that this route that I'm on currently, I'm just lapping my neighborhood, is about 12,000 or 1,200 steps per, something like that. And double check where we're at right now, because look at this, we have something to post on. So hold on, we'll get a count. We'll get a count. A count of the account. No, but thank you for the reminder. Joanne followed me. Thank you so much. You know, I typically only do push-ups when you subscribe on YouTube, but what do you guys think? Should I do them for TikTok too? Let's see. Chill Pill says, because like in the Southwest, they have tamales, but the Greeks wrap it in grape leaves. What? Chill Pill, I don't understand. Tamales and domades? Yeah, I'm walking. And I'm going to get these 10,000 steps. But when I get a subscriber, then I'll do, I'll bust out 10 push-ups and then just get back to the walk. No biggie. But I haven't been doing it for my TikTok followers. And I'm like, maybe I should. I appreciate your follow as well. It's not exactly the same thing as a subscription. I'm kind of focusing on YouTube as far as building, but I think I've met some really cool people on TikTok as well. Stark says, heavy rain here. Rains since yesterday, all through the nighttime, and now rain starts to be heavy. Ooh. I love the rain, though. We get so little here in the desert. Paul says, being positive. Positive is the only way forward. Kansas Owens says, new Liver King. Folks, we've been over this. I am not new Liver King. I am the anti-Liver King. Come on. Come on. Stark says, but rain is good for nature. It was very dry here over the last years. Oh, wow. Yeah, years of dryness. No bueno. Chill Pill says, I'm relating to how foodstuffs are similar but adapt to what is available in that region. Ah, got you. Picking up on that. Tara on TikTok says, I subscribed to YouTube yesterday. Thank you. But I don't want you to do push-ups on the road and hurt your hands. Oh, come on. You think I'm so delicate. That's funny. Tara, you're very kind. Joanne says, Tara, you're very kind. Tara says, I miss the Mexican food in Arizona. Tamales sold out. Of a stroller hit harder. Ah, nice. Hey, we're community. All right. Well, I'm going to get you some anyway. Give my legs a rest. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah. Whoa. There we go. So 10 for Tara and your YouTube subscription. Thank you very much. 10 for Joanne for the TikTok follow. Thank you very much. Tara says, good job. Thank you. Thank you. We enjoy push-ups. It's not a punishment. It's my gift to you for subscribing. My energy. Appreciate you. Paul says, okay. Yes. So are you following Gravity Core Fitness, Paul? You join their live every day. Is that what you said? Joanne says, oh dear. Tara, oh dear, you didn't need to do that. Joanne says, Tara, sorry, that was a mistake. So I feel like there's a third conversation going on here. It's all good. Is everything okay? We had a little squabble on TikTok last night, I think. Yeah. Towards the end, energy really shifted. We talked tattoos and stuff like that. It's interesting. You do tune in every day to Gravity Core Fitness. Right on. Mark and Joe, they're a joy. They're fun folks. Okay. It looks like whatever's going on TikTok has been resolved. We've got heart emojis. Everybody's happy. I love it. Oh, we got a message held for review. Ah, it's a gift I get to unwrap. Here we go. See what it says. Drum roll, please. Bill Jones on YouTube says, "Can you suck my?" And then I will hide that comment, and I'm not going to read the rest of it. But thank you for jumping in the live, contributing to the chat. Yeah, sometimes the gift is better than others, right? We. Thanks, Bill. I think you might be on the wrong platform. That's YouTube, but it's all good. Come correct, come with respect, and you'll get it back. That's all I got to say. I'm taking a friend to the airport tomorrow morning, but there's still time to get the impact workout in, so that's cool. That's cool. Happy to help out. Stark Industry says 2 years in the past, the leaves of the trees here were yellow and brown, and now, since 2 weeks of constantly rain every day, all trees are deep, rich green here. That is beautiful. That was beautiful. Stark with the poetry. With the poetry coming through with the poetry. I love it. Deep, rich green. Yes. Water is life. And air. We need these things. We need these things. The plants need these things. Did we lose Allie? She was cool. She said she'd make me stew. Evelyn Shubin, have you gone? Have you left us for the night? It's all good if you have. Hopefully Bill has left us too with his attitude. Let's see here. Yeah, so have you, I know the timing is much different, but have you gotten to join an Impact Athletics Association workout yet? Where we do 100 push-ups live, 5:15 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on the Impact Athletics Association YouTube channel. It's a good time. We got a good community, lots of fun. We hold each other up. Stark, you normally don't get to hang out this long. It's really cool. I usually catch Stark as he's on his way to work. I guess I started early for my late nights, as it were. Time is relative. It's an illusion. Stark says, the deer need these things too. A few days in the past, there was a deer on my garden fence, and she was soaked. She looked at me like, it's very rainy, bruh. And I was like, I know, sweetie. That's really cute, man. Then I gave her some bread. Ah, look at we got flowers. Check it out. My daytime lives like to show off the wildlife, rabbits, lizards, and the fauna, the flora as well, flowers and things of note. It's a little dark for sightseeing right now, but hey, we do what we can. Joanne66 says, "Aw, that's so sweet, Stark. Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good dude. Giving the deer some bread. I love that you had a moment, a shared moment where you're communicating without language, spoken language, with this beautiful wild creature. I wonder what she thought of you. That's so cool, man. What an experience. Thank you for sharing." Survivor Freak 78 Taylor's version says hello from California. Hello, hello, hello. We had a friend in the chat today from Long Beach, California. We're out here in the Southwest US, Mountain Standard Time. Brain is working faster than the mouth. Tara says, pretty. Tara likes the flowers. Me too. I like the flowers. Take lots of pictures of flowers. Oh, Stark, I can't get this image out of my head with you and the deer, just big doughy eyes, all soaked, and you guys just like staring at each other. Oh, like if you're a deer and it's raining, like I'm sure you can find shelter sometimes, but it's not like you got thumbs. You're not you're not digging out a shelter or building one up. Joanne says, poor baby. Yeah. Pobrecita. Little deer. All soaked. But the deer got some bread. That's cool. Tara says, I feel like the deer has bad survival skills taking bread from a man. Relatable. Oh, Tara. Oh, Tara. Not all bread is good bread from men or women. But yeah, sometimes those bad survival skills are not bad, right? I mean, we talk about it in stunts. Uh, you have to train yourself to do the thing that your brain is telling you not to do. It's it's interesting. And isn't love like that? Isn't meeting new people like that? We're on ant autopilot so often, and there's somebody. Oh, there's somebody there. Kids do it all easily all the time. Go introduce themselves. Hey, I like your shirt or whatever. Blah blah blah. And then for adults, we're just like, I'm gonna stay in my lane, or they're gonna stay in their lane, or they don't want me to come out of my lane, or why are you in my lane? Type of thing. Might have been yelling because there was a helicopter overhead. Ghetto bird in the sky. But yeah, sometimes that leap of faith or that willingness to go outside your comfort zone to engage a stranger that maybe feels dangerous, that rejection feels dangerous or possibility. But sometimes that's where the magic happens. That's where you get bread, free bread from a strange man. Stark, you're inspiring us. I miss you in the chats for the impact, bro. I know you're probably working at that time. Stark says she was very grateful, I guess. Gave her some bread and grounded walnuts. Oh, and walnuts. And some water to drink, and she ate the whole cup. Oh, buddy, you just got a deer. You have a deer friend now. Joanne66 says she will probably be back. Yeah, I mean, how cool. Uh, you might have a yard full of deer come tomorrow. Stark says, yeah, I think she knows people. Looked like she knows that some people care for her in days in need. Oh, that's cool, man. That's really cool. Otherwise, she wouldn't show up at the garden fence. Copy that, man. Chill Pill says deer are a lot more powerful than we give them credit. The wild ones are not like in a petting zoo. No doubt. No doubt. Tara says LMAO. Oh my gosh, when I lived in central Tucson, we called it a ghetto bird. And then we moved to Casa Grande, and the neighbor was like, there's a helicopter. And I was like, I'll go inside. Yeah, but it was a hospital helicopter. Copy that. Yeah, it's funny what we can become accustomed to, right? We'll just table that one for now. Minnow in the house followed me. What's up, Minnow? Thank you for the follow. Tara says, I must be in a mood, but I just think of the feed piles hunters make to feed the deer so they will. Ellipsis. I'm not sure if it's just getting fat or like also being around. I'm not sure your whole comment was sent, my friend. Stark says, I can't be around all the time, you know. I have a daughter to take care of and a wifey, but when it's possible, I'll be here and watch your streams. Dude, obviously, absolutely. I'm just saying, when you're here, we appreciate you. And when you're not here, you are well missed. But I love that your priorities are straight, taking care of your family. I'm going to get these 10 push ups for Minnow. Thanks for subscribing and following on TikTok, Minnow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Are you going to the gym, Stark? I see. Yes. So they can get the deer. Tara says, I don't know why hunters feed deer. I just know it's not good for the deer. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. Paul says, I'm here listening. Yeah, Paul. Cool, man. Thank you for being here. I call it podcast mode, right? If you got to use the live for a body double, maybe you're going to do some dishes, fold some laundry, but you're not going to be, you know, watching the screen, not really going to be engaging, typing, but it helps me to know that you're there if you tell me you're going podcast mode, because then I can just be like, and I can refer to you knowing that you're hearing me. So it's just chat etiquette. Like if you're AFK or away from a keyboard, or if you leave, it's just nice to know. That way I'm not saying your name or whatever out into the ether. Like, Manal, you followed, but I haven't heard anything from you. Where are you tuning in from? What's your story? Thank you for joining. Tara says, you are a good communicator. Thank you. I aim to be. It's one of my guiding principles. Probably born from a need for better communication in my life as a younger person. Paul says, I train backyard every day. Nice. Chill Pill says, I'm folding laundry and I really appreciate the company. Amazing. Chill Pill, we're here for you. We appreciate your company. Folding laundry can be meditative, can be soothing, can also be painful. But wherever you are on that spectrum, we're here for you. I'm happy to be here for you. And thank you for being here for me, body doubling me. My goals are 10,000 steps, and you're here helping me achieve that. So it's a shared experience. Paul says, following along. I'll take that as podcast mode. That works for me. Do you post videos, Paul? We'd love to check out your YouTube channel if you got some videos going. Joanne66 says, that's very true. Yeah. What we consider an easy task or whatever is not always easy for everybody, and there's lots of reasons for it. We can be dealing with mental stuff, mental illness, mental struggles. We can be dealing with physical struggles. Not everybody has, what comes stock for a lot of people, for the average person. We may be missing limbs. We may be missing parts of our hearts. We may have holes there. So there's lots of reasons why something that would otherwise be easy is hard, and vice versa. So it's easy to project our experience on others and expect our experience from others. But and the thing is, most of the time you'll probably be right? Because there's more alike about us than there are differences. And yet, there are so many wonderful and terrible variances in the human expression. So, sometimes it's better just to ask, or just not assume. Stark says, not today. Today I go to my mother-in-law's, stick around for lunch, talk a little. My boss wanted badly to have me at work tomorrow, but not this time. Have to take care of my family this weekend. Good on you. Like we have known about Mr. Stark, is that his priorities are quality, and he's putting his family first, even though it's easy to put your job first as an earner when you have a family depending on you, because you have to make that money. But it's not everything. It is not everything. Good on you. Wifey works tomorrow. Okay, Stark. Wifey works tomorrow. Paul says, folding laundry also can be soul destroying, LOL. Yeah, man, anything can be. Anything can be for lots of reasons. Paul says, not my thing. Wifey likes it more than me. I don't. Sorry. No, no worries at all. Tara on TikTok says, I have like 2 baskets of clean laundry taunting me in my dreams the last few days. Not gonna lie. Good job, Chill Pill. That's sweet. Joanne66. It's nice you take us with you on your walk. Hey, I appreciate you being here very much. Thank you, Joanne. It's my pleasure. That's what I say, at the end. Tara says, I used to think celery made everyone's tongue numb. Oh, what? That's interesting. Turns out I'm allergic. How about that? Oh, Joanne says, oh no, Tara. Yeah, celery's in a lot of stuff, huh? It's not as prolific as peanuts, I presume. Joanne says, it's lame, the stuff I have nightmares about laundry, dishes, work, and something else. Isn't there some movie, Walking in the Dark, gave you nightmares? Chill Pill says, there's a clinical term called executive function, and these are regarding tasks that should be simple, but in a moment of crisis or trauma, it becomes very difficult to surmount. Yeah, yes. Executive function in the brain is, the ability to make decisions. Joanne Joanne says, I've been having nightmares about work. Ah, oh no. Are they realistic or are they like fantastical nightmares? Like you got, I don't know, gnomes coming in and just like undoing all your work? Or is it like bosses being tyrant or something? Joanne says, yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what yes means in that context anymore. Yes, chill pill, that executive function comes and goes for a lot of people, and some people struggle with it all the time. Joanne works in a hospital. It's not good. I see. Tara says, yes, chill. Very true. I drink mushroom coffee and it helps. Tara's on that adaptogenic mushroom kick. Says that it helps. Tara says, Joanne, I think I was saying yes to they are realistic. Joanne says, I need some. I need some of that mushroom coffee, mushroom drink. Nice. I, y'all know Paul Stamets. Have you heard of Paul Stamets? Big question for everybody. Stark Industries says there is one way to deal with mental struggles: eat good food, talk to peoples, and sometimes find a deer in need. Well, I think you got to do more than just finding the deer. You got to help out, right? Those are good basics. Those are good basics. Eat good food. We talk about, you know, eating well, nutrition being one of the uh, tenets of overall health. Joanne says no. Oh, uh, Tara says I get the micro ingredients one as far as the mushroom drink. Feed, not find. Okay. Yes. Helping others, right? Um, Helping others in need is a good feeling, and I imagine is good for your overall health. Yes. Tara says, Joanne, oh, you have like scary dreams about work, not realistic? Yeah. Hospitals are not fun places for most of the people that are in them. It can be a tough experience. We got someone with a flashlight. Joanne says, Tara, I have crazy patience and lots of gnarly wounds. Like you yourself have wounds? And when you say patience, are you saying it in the way that it's spelled? I'm trying to. It sounds like Tara understands. She says, oh, I feel lost. No, I think you lost me there. But I want to understand. You don't have wounds. Okay, that's good. Chill Pill says, Joanne, have you watched the TV show The Pit? Chill Pill would like to know. Have you watched the TV show The Pit? Yes, I remember talking to you about that show. I haven't seen it. Um, but it's about hospital, kind of general hospital-y. Joanne says, no, I have not. Joanne has not seen The Pit. You see the wounds in your dreams. I understand. I understand. Stark says, oh, rain has stopped falling. I do love the sound of rain. And I also like when the rain sound stops. Isn't that just a peaceful moment? Because the rain can be incessant. That's like, and if you're dealing with a lot of rain, rain is nice for us here in a lot of ways because we get so little and it's novel. But if you're in a place with torrential downpours, it's just going and going. Maybe causing troubles on your way to work or with your home. Totally can see how, as Tara's saying, peaceful afterglow, how it can be really relieving to have that rain stop. In fact, feel free to chat, but I'm gonna take a moment of silence. We're gonna get some room tone, as it were, and just go ASMR mode for a couple steps here and hear the sounds of the world around us. Dog barking in the background, crickets chirping, something rattling, a car engine still cooling off after having run for 45 minutes, taking somebody home safely tonight. Cars in the distance. And of course, the sound of my feet taking these steps. carrying my body, carrying this device, carrying this brain, carrying this very special moment somehow happening between all of us via the internet. How cool is that? Stark says, there's a spider net with a little spider on my balcony. Oh, we're getting Proustian, I can tell. Must have triggered her safety alert. Must have triggered her safety alert string while entering the balcony. She was in the net, starting to wiggle heavy. Spider was like, don't come too close, weirdo. Oh, that's funny. She's watching you, Stark. She's been watching you for days. She's like, don't try to give me any bread. I'm fine. How funny. Peaceful afterglow. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Joanne says, we have a beautiful world. And at least the spider is outside. Joanne agrees, or Tara agrees with Joanne. We have a beautiful world. Tara says, spiders wiggle as a defense. LOL. Again, relatable. Spider has street smarts. Well, if I was the spider on your balcony, Stark, I would know better. I would know that you're not a weirdo. But I might still do the dance because it's fun. Might still do the dance. And I have seen that dance where the spider's just like doing this whole wiggly thing. Stark says, maybe she's watching, but she's there. But she's free to watch me. Maybe she's watching, but she's free to watch me. She catches the mosquitoes and moths during the nighttime, and I leave her there. Good on you, bro. Good on you. Yeah, I'm not afraid of spiders, really. There's only a few that I don't want around my house, right? They're extremely helpful. Chill Pill says, there's a meme of a spider that says, remember that time you threw a shoe at me and I fell behind the bed? Ellipsis. I remember too. Oh man. They're fast, you know? They can be fast. As Tara says, spider has street smarts. Duck and cover. Coming back for you. Got that Polish Alzheimer's. This is not a racial joke, sorry. Oh, look what you got me doing. I'm out of pocket. Tara says, LOL, you would 100% still do a dance. All you do is move in real life as a human. Hey, you know, that is not incorrect. I mean, I have many periods of stasis where I'm just chilling, for sure. But when it's time to move, we move. Xena with lots of stuff in the name says hi. Hi, Xena. Welcome to the chat. Is it your first time here? Where are you tuning in from? How are you doing? Says Xena. Xena, like warrior princess. I'm doing well. I'm doing all right. We are carrying on. We move forward. Zena is tuning in from Houston, Texas. Joanne says, I bet you are over 10,000 steps. We can take a look. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. I've got the street light here. So. Tara says, Zena, are they stars and moons? Yeah, cool stuff. Yeah, now that I'm not bouncing around moving, I can see. Cool stuff. Chill Pill is laughing at me. Zena says, yes, they are stars and moons. Stark Industries on YouTube. Zena, we're streaming live on YouTube and on TikTok. Stark says, you can't get rid of spiders anyways. They have specialized to live around peoples. Everywhere you live, every 2 meters in range, there will be one sitting around. You're probably right. You know, when I'm working and I have gigs, it's easy for me to hit 25,000 steps a day, which is why I started this, because I was thinking to myself, with days that I wasn't working, I'm easily hitting 10,000 a day. Of course I'm doing that. And I started looking, I was like, ooh, I need to move. I need to walk more. And I enjoy walking. I love walking. I like to walk all the time. And my average was not 10,000. So made sure to, as Tara's saying, yes, what gets measured gets managed. Joanne says, wonderful. Oh, yes. So, oh, yes, is that you take a lot of steps at work? Yes. Do you count your steps at work, Joanne? Stark Industry says, I have read an online article that says some spiders are so specialized to live around people that the moment you bring them outside of your house or apartment, they will die. Whoa, because they don't know how to hunt their food in the wilderness anymore. Dang. Okay, Joanne, I gotta know. What's your step count look like? And Stark, I know that you want to improve your English, so we don't say peoples in this instance. We just say live around people. We just say people. People is plural. Just so you know, because I've seen you write it that way a couple of times now. Joanne says I usually have at least 10,000. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. You're very welcome, brother. My pleasure. You know, and anytime I can improve my German, you let me know. Also, uh, are we polyglots out here? Are we bilingual, trilingual, sololingual? Are we linguists? Are we, boy. Tara says, I wonder what else spiders need to do to hunt other than build a web. Well, I know they don't all build webs. Some are like trapdoor spiders and stuff. Varied. But yeah, I wonder too. Find a good place, I guess. It's kind of, they're pretty stationary for the most part. Some are traveling. Tara says, trying, I'm trilingual because I will try to speak Spanish if I think I can be helpful. Well, that's good of you. Trapdoor spiders, says Tara. Yes. Joanne says they are fascinating creatures. Yes. Yes, yes. They're out there. Don't be afraid. They don't want you. They don't want your human toes. They they want bugs and mice and stuff. Chill Pill says tarantulas in the southwest hunt. They're pretty ferocious. Yeah, yeah. There was a my niece saw a tarantula. Uh, Apparently, they're aware of this particular arachnid who lives in the backyard. I did not get to see it, but I'm fascinated. I'm excited to meet said tarantula. Not that I would try to pick it up or anything, just want to see it. And I'd love to share it with you if I do see it. Uh, Tara says, "Oh, gotcha. Thanks, Chill." We got a dog barking. Trying to bark. I think it's an old timer. Stark says, "Here in Germany, there are trapdoor spiders too, but they are not venomous here." Yeah, yeah. Oh, I bet you've seen some spider bites, Joanne, in the hospital. Woo, I bet you have. Paul has been listening in podcast mode or following along, as Paul said. Paul says, "Catch up with you later. Bye for now. Hope everyone has a great day." Thank you, Paul, for joining. Thanks for dropping in and contributing. It's good to chat with you. And how cool is it? Shout out to Mark and Joe of Gravity Core Fitness out in Wales. If you want to check them out, they're real funny. I love listening to their accents. They're a cute couple. They're personal trainers. And I usually catch them. They're sitting in like a pub, but they don't drink and they're just hanging out and chatting. It's a good time supporting other small channels and such. They're good folks. Although, and they didn't even roast me for my love of vegetables. Tara says, "Bye, Paul." Joanne says, "Yes, not pretty. Those spider bites do some damage indeed." Chill Pill says, "We're more concerned about scorpions here in the desert." Yeah, you don't want any of that. I have fortunately only had a few handful of run-ins with scorpions, but never have yet to feel the sting. Ronji, Ronji on TikTok says, "Hello, hello. Bonjour, ça va? How are you?" Stark Industry says, "I was wrong. No trapdoor spiders. Funnel web spiders." Yeah. Yep. Abdul Rahman Khan on YouTube says, "Hello, Odin." Hello. Are you saying that I am Odin? Ranji says, "Am I saying your name correctly?" Ranji. Ranji on TikTok says, "I'm okay, really tired. How are you?" I'm doing well, doing all right. Walking on, walking forward, moving, moving a little bit at a time. Yes, you are saying it right. Cool, Ranji. Nice to meet you, Ranji. I'm going to check my steps, folks. Hold on a second. And we'll check in again. But yeah, hey, I appreciate you being here Um, uh, and if you can be here till the end, that's even better. But obviously, if you have to go, I totally get that. Um, they're not always this long. Sometimes they're longer. The sessions. Tara says, "Oh my God, I thought I got bit by a scorpion, but it was a latex allergy reaction. Ooh, no fun. There's a lot of latex in our lives too, isn't there? I hope that that's not too painful for you and that you're able to manage that." Ranji says, "I'm okay, really tired." Tara says, yeah. Joanne says, "Tara, you got some allergies." Yeah. Yeah. Celery and latex so far. But you're navigating your world. That's good. Still kicking. Ranji says, "You're saying it right. Getting some good cardio, I see." Yeah, well, steady state. So LISS, low intensity, steady state cardio. Yep. Nice to meet you as well, Nathaniel. Thank you. Um, Abdul says, "Yes, you look like a damn Viking. When are we going to pillage?" Pillage every day. Stark Industry says, "Here it's the," what word is that? I have to stop. Colotes terrestris. Oh, we're doing Latin. Coelotes terrestris. Terrestris. They build funnel webs in the soil, but they are not venomous. Yes. Chill Pill says, "Tara, that was a severe reaction to latex, and it looked like a bite. Wow." That was a severe reaction to latex, and it looked like a bite, or it felt like a bite. Gosh. So what? Wow. Tara says, "Joanne, yeah, it was a new experience to me, and I don't know the extent of my allergy. Don't know the extent of the allergy. Hives." Ranji says, "I've never exercised at this time of night before." Are you doing a walk with me? You want to do some push-ups, Ranji? Let's go. I do push-ups for subscriptions and follows. Um, Tara says, "Oh my." Joanne says, "Tara, oh my." Yeah, that's got to be uncomfortable. Tara says, "Joanne, I forgot I mentioned the celery allergy, so I didn't know what you meant." Ah, you followed me, Ranji. Let's do some push-ups. Let's do some push-ups. Tara says, "Oh, I don't know what bites look like, to be honest. I was just confounded." Yeah, probably like, gotcha. Uh, Ranji says, "I don't believe I've ever had a run-in with a scorpion." Tara, you were new to Arizona when it happened. Push-ups, yes, perfect. Let's go. Ranji, are you going to do some with me? Can I get 10? Can I get 10? Tara says, "Ranji, my dad is a Scorpio, and he has a belt buckle with a dead scorpion. It's one of my first memories." Ah. Abdul, you asked when are we going to pillage? Right now. We're going to pillage these push-ups. Stark, dropping the Latin. Let's go. You ready, Ranji? We're going to get 10 more push-ups. Here we go. Oop. There we go. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Can I get a confirmation? Did you do them with me? Anybody else is more than welcome to join as well. Thanks for the follow, Ranji. Appreciate you dropping in and joining up. It's a fun community. I don't post videos on TikTok, they're all on YouTube. I just go live on TikTok for now. We'll see. But yeah, there's some videos on YouTube. Nice job, Ranji. You did them in speed. Ah, come on, Tara. Now, you don't have to do them just like me. You can do knee push-ups, which are not girl push-ups. They're just knee push-ups. Not that there's anything wrong with being a girl. Girls are great. Joanne says there's some messed up people on TikTok. Oh yeah. Do you post videos, Joanne? Do you go live? How do you know about these messed up people? Ranji says push-ups can be a pain sometimes. Yeah, I tell you what, it took me a long time to get them in my bag, so to speak, for sure. But now I do 100 a day plus. So I do 100 to start the day, unless there's something uh, pressing, like a job or a family matter, like um, something big. Otherwise, I'll bust them out real early, 5:15 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Impact Athletics Association channel on YouTube. Joanne says, I have seen lives. Oh, but do you go live? So you don't make videos and you don't live stream yourself? Is what I was asking. Because you don't have to be the person in front of the camera to recognize the messed up people on TikTok or on the internet at large. All I can say is it takes time to find your people, you know. Get a lot of trolls some days, and it can be discouraging, but we carry on. We carry on. And because we carry on, we get more opportunity to find our people. Our vibe continues to attract our tribe. Ranji says, yeah, I can't exactly do 100 straight up, but I do like 25, 25, 25, 25. It depends. Hey, good on you. I'm not doing 100 straight either. I'm doing 10 sets of 10. I can definitely rock out 25, 30 at a time, you know. I'm aware of that. Haven't tried to push beyond that too much. But yeah, the do what you can kind of thing. Tara says, when are y'all sleeping? It's 2:17 here in Minnesota. Ranji and NJB out here doing push-ups. and maybe more. Tara was doing push-ups in spirit. Tomorrow's Friday. I have a short I'm posting. It's just like 30-second short or whatever of a hot Pilates class. So yeah, and it's the whole class but condensed down to 30 seconds to do a time lapse. So there's a couple of them on my channel already, but there's a new one tomorrow. If you like workout stuff. Ranji says, Tara, it's 3:18, so I'll be up for maybe another hour, most likely. Where are you tuning in from, Ranji? Where is it 3:18? And why are you going to bed at 4:20? Joanne says, Tara, I'm trying to stay up late because I work nights and I want to sleep late this morning. Yeah, working in a hospital, you'll be getting those late nights sometimes. How long you been doing the overnights? I used to do lots of overnight work myself, but typically I would like to be asleep at this time, but kind of resetting everything, taking my time. And thanks for being here. Hopefully we can help you meet that goal, Joanne. Tara says, Ranji, before you go to bed, Joanne, good plan. Ranji says, Tara, yeah, luckily I don't have work in the morning. It's been a hard week. I hear you, Ranji. What's going on? Tara says, hot yoga, I would probably puke, not gonna lie. I hate getting overheated. Oh, well, definitely don't eat a couple hours beforehand if that's the case, but hot yoga, hot Pilates, it's not for everybody, that's for sure. Ranji says, I am from Michigan. Oh, cool. Where in the paw? Where in the mitten are you? Tara says, Ranji, oh, I'm glad you made it though. Made it through. You'll get some good rest. Joanne says, about 20 years ago, you've been doing overnights for 20 years? Wow. Do you have blackout curtains? Because blackout curtains helped me so much when I was doing overnight work. I could get a little bit of sleep in the day, and now I love having them even for nighttime. She does. Joanne says she does have blackout curtains. Nice. Good on you. Good on you. Ranji says, Tara, thank you. It's just been incredibly exhausting at work. General manager is annoying. I think that's the job of a general manager, isn't it? A little bit. What kind of work do you do, Ranji? Tara says, when I was in labor with my son, I wanted to stay hydrated, so I had this orange drink from Beachbody. I've never heard of the orange drink from Beachbody. Is it good? Ranji says, I am in the thumb of the paw. Detroit. Whoa. The thumb of the paw. Nice. YouTube has taken a nap. Are you all okay over there? They're just in podcast mode enjoying our lively discussion on TikTok tonight. Sometimes today for you, tomorrow for me, right? Are you born and raised in Detroit? How is it there now? Tara says, I was going turbo fire while pregnant. Anyway, all I did was throw up throughout labor. Oh my God. TMI. Yeah. TMI. Talk about it. I think labor is such a terrifying thing for so many people. And it makes sense. But, talk about it. Let's check our steps. Let's take a look. So much for everything coming along, being part of the walk. Tara says, "Oh yeah, so I'm sorry that you had that tough experience. That sounds pretty agonizing to be not only, you know, pregnant, uh, on fire, and then also nauseated." Tara says, "I would imagine hot yoga would give me flashbacks." Okay. Ranji says, "I work at Panera Prepper. Where the hecky are you from, Nathaniel?" Oh man, I don't know if we just vibed right there, but uh, somehow that voice came out with the way you wrote that. Panera, I like Panera's Sip Club. I'm a Sip Club member. Hmm. Chill Pill is awake and chatting away over here on YouTube. Says Tara. That was severe. Oh, that was the last one. Oh my gosh, I thought that was new. My bad. My bad. I like the Sip Club. I get the hibiscus tea every day that I can. It's got like 25 calories, which I can deal with that. Trying to keep out that added sugar situation. And hibiscus tea is on Dr. Greger's Daily Dozen, which I recommend checking out if you're into nutrition. Chill Pill says, "I'm still here, but I think I'm all alone." I know the feeling. You're not alone, though. We're here with you. We're here with you on TikTok, and we may have some folks here on YouTube as well. Uh, yeah, so and occasionally I'll get the Panera oatmeal, but it's still $6. Like I'm like, come on, I gotta really want it to do that. But I appreciate that it's there in a pinch, and the folks that work there are generally pretty cool. Try to be nice to them wherever you go. Like, don't be a jerk. Tara says, "Ranji, those crunchy bagels are so good." Joanne says, "That's rough." Yeah, that pregnancy. Oh my gosh. Isn't it funny? It's like as if it weren't enough to be pregnant. I cannot imagine, I cannot imagine. Mad respect to mothers and all women. It's a different experience than what I have. Y'all are strong, strong, very strong. Uh, and it's like it doesn't matter. Stunt women, like they go through way more than stunt men. It's harder, much harder, to be a stunt woman than it is to be a stunt man. For instance, Ranji says it's very, very nice, very, very nice. It has its pros and cons, but I'm born and raised here. Nice. Muscles. You like the muscles? I'm trying to get and maintain these muscles. Gotta feed them, gotta use them, all that good stuff. Joanne says, "Good job, thank you." Yes, we hit the 10,000. Quinn followed the live creator. Hey, Quinn, you know what that means. Quinn, are you in the chat? Have you been in the chat before? Is it your first time here? Where are you tuning in from? Thank you for the follow. Let us know who you are. Tara says, "Oh, for sure. I thought I was going to be this Earth Mother pulling my son out of myself." Oh my gosh. And you weren't? Did they have to forceps you or what? Like, what do you mean? Did you have help? I hope you had some support. I like Noodles 53. Who was behind you? I don't know. Who is behind me? I don't think there's anybody behind me. Um, but thank you. Does that work? People say that every time. somebody comes in and like, oh, what's behind you? I like, yo, I live here. I am spatially aware. I have situational awareness. That's how I can walk 10,000 steps in the dark with two phones and a light in my face. Ranji says Panera is like the Starbucks of freaking food. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, Tara says Ranji Panera is the Cadillac of breakfast. Y'all, I cannot agree. Oh, I like the Sip Club. Yeah. It's having some trouble, you know what I mean? It's having some trouble, Panera. There used to be a little different, but that's what happens when you grow a business. Uh, Ranji says, Tara, I'm crying and working there is so annoying most times. Oh, I bet. Tara, circling back to Abdul's Viking thing, women who died in childbirth went to Valhalla and got a warrior burial, and Spartan women too. Yeah. And it used to be, uh, I was looking into it, and apparently the people used to live a long time, but it was the infant death rates that brought the average age down. So if you lived through infancy, you probably have an average human lifespan. And here in the U.S., uh, infant mortality is going up in a country with the biggest budget. Bro, do not get me started. That's really cool info, Tara. Ranji said I had to be cut out in birth with doctor and them. Oh, yeah, it happens sometimes. Oh, you made it. You made. Did your mom make it? Tara says, Ranji, oh, glad you made it. Had an emergency C-section with my son. Oh, man, why does that keep happening? Joanne says, Tara, yes, my son was too. That was scary. Oh my gosh. Wow. I don't know what the odds are for having an emergency C-section, but we have two warrior women, warrior mothers who had emergency C-sections in this chat. That's that's something. That's an anomaly. I expect. Maybe it's more prevalent than I realize. Wow, incredible. Way to go. I'm glad that you're both still rocking and here. Ranji says, Tara, wow, that's great. You made it. And yes, my mom made it, thankfully. Awesome. Awesome. How cool. What an interesting coincidence. Yes. Yes. Tara says, Joanne, we did it. I see you. You got the yellow heart. And you know, how how interesting. So I feel like we're gonna get 10 more push-ups in here for Quinn. Even though Quinn has gone silent, it's all right. Quinn was silent from the beginning, but that's a receipt right there. That's a receipt. Follow the creator. The verbiage on these things is so funny. Creator. Just a guy talking here. We're just out here talking, having a good time, doing push-ups together. So here's the view. Here's that view for the morning workouts. out here. Need some more light. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, Samuel Goldman. Oh, you guys are trolling me now. Kuyeda. Yeah, that's right, Ranji. That's how I read it in my head that's how I hear it in my head. Samuel Samuel Goldman, what's up? Thank you for the follow. I'm gonna get you 10 push-ups. Got your receipt. Uh, Curiously, where are you tuning in from? What's your story? Why did you subscribe? Why did you follow? Are these important questions? I don't know. We got 10 push-ups. Let's go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thank you, thank you. Tara says, good job. Ranji liked the live. Thank you, Ranji. Samuel, I don't understand. People just follow and then bounce. It's fine. It's cool. It's cool you do you, boo. How many was that? Did we do 50 now? Did we get 50 in? Should we just do another 50? Call it good. What do you think? Ranji, are you doing it with me? Let's go. Joanne says, I believe so. Yeah, my friend, my brother, Mr. Vincent Alfonso Jamal, he's like, if you touched it, you bought it. if you're thinking of doing it, you need to do it. I'm like, so I think if we've already done 50, we kind of have to round it up, knock out the remainder, just make it feel even. Let's go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 30 to go. And I will definitely be drinking some water after this. Ranji says, okay. Are you getting out of bed, Ranji? Are we doing push-ups? Are you doing push-ups in bed? It's good practice. Nah. All right. All right. Yeah, I can have the light a little brighter because I'm not walking around. It is a little bit blinding. Oh, you can hear the helicopter. 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 All right. Some more. Let's go. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oi. My daughter has been taking over bed all summer, so I've been on the couch. Today's my first time in the bed. Oof. Tara says she's a ninja. She'll take it over in her sleep. Yeah. I had a dog. He'd sleep with me sometimes. He was a big old pit bull mix, sprawled out. Tarek, how big is that bed? Can the kid really steal it? Joanne, what do you do in the hospital? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Joanne says, Terry, need a king size bed. I got a California king myself. Tara says we have twin bunk beds, and she wanted them next to each other instead of up and down, and then even next to each other. She's on mine. Joanne works in med surge orthopedic floor. I was I don't claim to understand what you're saying fully, but surgery sounds like. I was a standardized patient, so I trained nurses on like bedside manner and stuff. Fake patient. It's an acting job, but also like critical feedback job, you know? So I enjoyed my time doing that. Great folks. Hospital people work hard. Joanne says pretty much all the patients. Tara says, Joanne, gruesome. Ortho is like all hammers and gore, right? Oh. Malicious gnome in chat on YouTube says, I'm so late and you're so lonely. You're so lonely. Just you. I'm kidding. It's you and Chill Pill. We got Tara. We got Joanne. We got Ranji. Somebody named Samuel. Don't worry. I got 20 more push-ups before I'm done. We've already done the 10,000 steps. But yeah, how you doing today, Malicious? Thanks for jumping in. I started earlier. Malicious Gnome says, chill pill and Tara. Joanne says, Tara, yes. We get the aftermath. Thanks. And what an important job. Taking care of folks. It's not easy to do. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Chill pills waving to Malicious Gnome. What's up, Malicious? How you doing today, Malicious? Hey. Hey, Malicious, you're not the only one who's having rough dreams lately. Just throwing it out there. Not the only one. Have you tried like visualizing before you go to sleep what you want your dreams to be by chance? Have we tried lucid dreaming or primed positive dreaming? Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think that's 100. Yes. And JB's like, have you tried not having nightmares? No, very specifically, like priming yourself. You know, like having a dream itinerary, like you're going somewhere. Like before you go to bed, part of your evening hygiene, do your thing. Like I'm about to take a shower, brush your teeth, all that, and then be like, I want to dream about X, Y, Z. Land and Holler on YouTube says, "Sup, bro? What's up, bro?" Malicious says, I had a long, educated talk with a nice young man, blind leading the blind, though. Okay. Ranji says, I've returned. The Wi-Fi went out. Welcome back. We got our 100 push-ups in. So that's 200 for today. Landon says, are you running again? No, I walked. I do walking mostly. And I did my 10,000 steps. We're over 10,000 now. And we did 100 push-ups this session, 100 push-ups this morning, 100 squats, 100 knee raises. Ranji on TikTok says, congrats, Mr. Burns. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Landon says, doesn't running help you get faster? Yes. If you aim and train for getting faster. Yes. Running can do a lot of things for you and a lot of things to you if you do it wrong. I'm all about that low impact right now. Tara says, Joanne, I think our dreams let our conscious mind clean out what it needs to through our subconscious. If you are having nightmares right now, they are maybe serving a purpose. It's perhaps, Tara. Um, Joanne says, possibly. Uh, have you heard of lucid dreaming? Conscious dreaming, if you will. Some people are claim to be very good at it. Uh, some people work at it, called onironauts, basically exploring the dream world, as it were. But that state where you're like in a dream and kind of waking up, also, that's called hypnagogia. And sometimes you wake up, you're in a good dream, and you're like, oh, I want to go back. I want to go back. And so that idea, like, I want to go back. You know you're dreaming and you're kind of half in, half out, or whatever. That's kind of lucid dreaming. So we want to, maybe you can't control your dreams fully, but if you're having bad ones, maybe they can be improved. That's all. I'm just saying there's some tools. So when you're doing your nighttime hygiene, just like you have an itinerary for going on a trip. I'm going to stop here and look at this museum. I'm going to do this and look at this site, whatever. We're going to eat at this restaurant and take this hike, whatever it is. Kind of map out what you want to do. And, when you do take that trip eventually, the itinerary, if you've ever done a trip, you know that it's a guide. It's pretty hard to stick to it 100%. There's so many variables. So, um, when you're doing that hygiene and you're making your itinerary for your dreams, sometimes a good start is like, oh, I want to wake up at this time. I want to wake up 10 minutes before my alarm. And I'm somebody who's up at 4:40 almost without fail at this point, save when I have big life events like I have recently. And I want to wake up 2 minutes before my alarm. You kind of set that attention and visualize it. And, as much effort as you put into creating an itinerary for travel, um, you are powerful. You are strong. Brain is powerful. Brain is can do a lot. So something to try, right? Um, and you just don't want to be in that place where it's like, oh, I can do nothing about this. That's not a fun place. So, we're talking about lucid dreaming and setting intention for your nighttime experience, your dreams. We've all had bad dreams, but if they're persistent, let's try to do something about it. Joanne says, Tara, thank you. I think it will. Thank you for your help. Absolutely. It's my pleasure. Ranji says, I'm starting to freaking doze off. Okay. No worries. No worries. You can go to sleep. You can stay in the chat and go to sleep. It's all good. Or you can close out your TikTok, as you should, and put it on a charger, maybe across the room, in a different room, maybe. Whatever works for you. We'll be here tomorrow. We'll be here another time. We'll be together again. You followed me. Subscribe on YouTube. I post more there. But I don't know if you get notifications when I go live here on TikTok, but I hope you'll join again. And I hope that you get an amazing night's rest. Tara says, Joanne, you do such important work, and I'd imagine you help patients carry their fear. So you are strong. Ranji, good night. Ranji, looks like those push ups did the trick. Joanne says, Tara, thank you. You're precious. Tara says, thank you. That's so kind. Ranji says, Tara, good night. Rest freaking well, y'all. I'm dying to hear Ranji's real voice. Like, how did you say that? How did you say that? Joanne says, Ranji, you too. Malicious gnome. Are you going to sleep, malicious gnome? Or are you bouncing? I think we're all bouncing. I hate to leave. We're having such a good time. I'm having a good time. And yet, Ranji says, I sound almost just like that. Right on. Right on. Cool, cool, cool. Well, shucks, y'all. I gotta take my friend to the airport after the impact live, so got a big day tomorrow, and I want to rest up. It's not even 1 o'clock. Um, I will share that my dad died on Sunday, and it's been real tough for me, and it's been an honor and a pleasure hanging out with you all. I was close with my dad. I love him very much. I miss him very much, and it's very hard. So I just want to ask for a moment of silence at the end of this live here. We can go ASMR, listen to the sounds together. I'm gonna turn off the light, and you know, maybe you lost someone too, and maybe you lost yourself. So this is just an opportunity to enjoy that silence. And we won't do this every single time. We won't do it every single time, but um, maybe a few more times. All right. I hope you'll stay connected. I'm Nathaniel J. Burns on all platforms, and it's been great hanging with you tonight. So let's do it again real soon. And I hear you, Joanne. Thank you, Ranji. That's okay, Sarah. It's okay. Thank you, Malicious Chill Pill. So, we move our bodies because we can and enjoy that movement and that gift. And it was really hard to see the strongest man not able to be strong, but it happens to us all. And my light just quit, so I guess it's time for our moment of silence. Um, so yeah, it's been an honor and a pleasure always. Thank you. Thank you all so much. It's always an honor and a pleasure. Always. Good night.